Morning, mamas. Happy Pregnancy Monday. Welcome. Today we are going to talk about perinatal or prenatal anxiety and depression and mood disorders. And we're just trying to discuss whether or not what you're feeling is just mild stress from pregnancy or hormonal overload, or if you have a much deeper emotional trauma that's happening during your pregnancy. What are the signs, symptoms? What can you do to help yourself from feeling so overwhelmed and anxious or depressed, or just overall lots of fear and worry? And what else you can do to help yourself feel a little bit better. So for those of you who don't know me, welcome. If this is your first time, I'm Danielle Cotis. I'm your new mom coach. I coach expectant new moms and toddler moms how to make the transition into motherhood smooth and effortless. I do a total mind shift set change, and we really work on getting yourself to the point where in your mind everything is bliss. If we can get there, right? So hey, everyone on the replay, welcome. I love you guys so much. If you are on the replay, drop me a heart. I love you guys. So before we delve in, let me just tell you that I did have prenatal mood disorders and did not know that. So I was never clinically diagnosed, but however, through all my research and my mom coaching, I definitely experienced that. So I will give you my example of my story quickly, and then we will move right into how you are doing. So to make my story as simple as possible, I hated being pregnant. I hated it. It was like an alien was growing in my belly. I actually didn't even feel like there was a baby growing inside of me. I just was like, okay, this is pregnancy. Like, okay, this is going to be fine. And then once I started seeing my belly grow, I wanted to kind of hide it. Like, I didn't really want anyone to know I was pregnant. I didn't want anyone to make a big deal about it. I didn't want to tell my job. I had weird emotions around being pregnant. And, as the time grew closer, I found myself getting more and more anxious. And the fear and worry was consuming me. Things I'm going to be a terrible mom. My kid's not going to love me. He's not going to bond. I'm not going to be able to breastfeed. These things consumed me throughout the day. It was so intense that I would just burst into tears and just start crying. And, I just felt worthless and hopeless. And I was I'm just not going to be this good mom. I'd never really liked kids. How am I going to like my own? I've never been around kids. I don't know how to deal with them. I don't know what this experience is going to be like. And I would find myself getting really anxious and worrying about this all the time. I didn't really sleep well. I had a really good pregnancy, to be completely honest with you. I was not sick or anything like that. But towards the end of my pregnancy, I ended up with some crazy pain, and my pubic bone separated. So it got really intense, and I was in excruciating pain for the last couple months of my pregnancy, where I almost couldn't walk. So not only did that cause all kinds of problems, but I really did find myself, I remember just laying on the floor crying to my husband and just saying I don't think that this is going to work. I don't think we made the right decision. I don't think that having kids was a good idea. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to be pregnant anymore. I don't think I want to have this baby. So there was a lot of things that were going on that I was not happy with. Besides, we talked about in the other videos, I wasn't in the right part in my life where I thought that I was ready to have this baby. And so I just found myself just, super depressed and super anxious, and about everything that had to do with motherhood and the transition and infancy in general. And I would love to go deeper into this, but for the sake of the video, I can just kind of push forward through this. But I did want to let you know that this mood disorders that I ended up having, again, which I did not know, it did follow me into the postpartum period, and I did experience the postpartum depression and anxiety extremely bad. So know that if any of this resonates with you, or as I continue to talk and give you a little bit more signs and symptoms, just be aware that this is definitely the time that you want to address this if you are noticing these things, so that you can almost kind of stop it from entering the postpartum period of time when your child needs you the most. So basically, let's talk about it. So you got regular stress, right? And anxiety and mild depression is just feeling anxious every once in a while, having normal fears and worries about, childbirth or, your postpartum period. And the depression is, again, mild depression. So, kind of feeling down, a little, sad about your scenario. But again, it's the time, the frequency, and the duration. So feeling that way for a day, or feeling that way for, an hour or maybe 2 days, is different than it like consuming you throughout the weeks and the months of your pregnancy. So there is a difference. So if you're not sure, excuse me, if this is something you're experiencing, start to make note of the times that you're going through this, the duration that you're having it, the intensity of it. How intense is this feeling that you're having? Is the intensity so intense that it's debilitating? Like my anxiety was debilitating for me. I was having panic attacks, and I didn't know that's what they were. I was like, I could not breathe. I just really was like, feeling like I was going crazy, like I was going nuts, that I couldn't control my emotions. And people were telling me this is the normal part of pregnancy. I'm like, I don't think this is normal. Like, I don't think this is normal. It's normal to have these feelings that you are anxious and feeling fearful and worried, but not so much that it's overtaking your body and that you can't control your emotions and you feel like you're going nuts. That is intense. Also, like sleeping for long periods of time. So in the beginning, of course, you're going to sleep because the baby's growing. But my fear and worry and concern from the anxiety actually conjuncted with a depression, and I wanted to just sleep. And so I would find myself just sleeping like crazy. And then at night, I would have this insomnia, right, where I couldn't sleep. And I was worried and anxious and in pain and thinking about this and thinking about that. And I just couldn't calm down. So those, that's mild. And then severe. So again, severe is hysterical crying. Like you're sad, you're so sad, you made the wrong decision, like this is not gonna work out for you. That is a symptom of depression, right? And anxiety. So the feeling that's coming over you that's just so debilitating that you can't help for long periods of time to just cry and wallow in this. This is a signs, right? Symptoms of things it's a much deeper problem. Also, the fact that I thought that I was a bad mom, or I wasn't going to be a good mom even before I became one. That's another sign and symptom. I just couldn't get over the fact that I was going to be a terrible mom no matter what, that I wasn't going to bond, that I wasn't going to breastfeed, I wasn't going to be able to do these things, and it just was going to be terrible, and my child was better off without me. Like, that's how I felt, that my kid was going to be better off without me. Another sign is the fact that you hate being pregnant. Like, that's a sign. It's one thing to not like being pregnant. I hated it. I did not like being pregnant at all. I don't know how to explain it anymore. And the people out there that are listening, you will so resonate with what I'm telling you. You just don't like it. And then the fear about my child and their future. Like, am I going to be able to provide for them? Am I going to have enough finances? Am I going to be able to get them into daycare? Is there going to be people to help me? All these things kept building up inside me. How was I going to do this? Am I going to be able to get through childbirth? Am I going to be able to get through labor? Is my kid going to go to college? Like, these whacked out thoughts just kept coming, and it was just so intense. Like, I was worried about things that won't happen for 20 years. So that's a big deal. If you're worried about just like the immediate, that's one thing. But I was worried about things that were not going to happen for, 20 years. And another sign symptom is that, you're feeling worthless, or that you don't want to be here, or that you're, I hate to say it like this, but you want to be dead, or you want to kill yourself, something like that. The feeling is so intense that is definitely a sign that we might have a much deeper problem. I also want to say that 33% of pregnant women experience mood disorders, right? And that's a number that's documented. So an undocumented case. So keep in mind that I think that the number is closer to 40 or 50, that there are way more women who are pregnant that are experiencing these type of mood disorders, and people tell them that this is the normal part of pregnancy, that you are having hormonal changes. Yeah, you are, but they should not be this intense. And I think that a lot of people are also afraid to talk about that. This is how I'm feeling. It's kind of a guilt-ridden cycle that, how could I be feeling this way when everyone's telling me that it's supposed to be these rainbows and butterflies and it's a magical experience and I'm glowing and I look great and people love me and I'm going to have this magical child. People don't feel like that. So, okay. And if you want to tell someone that, you feel uncomfortable because they think that there's something wrong with you. Again, there's nothing ever wrong with somebody who's having anxiety or depression or have some mood disorders or whatever. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that the feelings are so intense that we can't get control over them. We can't find the light at the end of the tunnel. We're having trouble figuring out which direction to go in. So there's nothing wrong with you. There's a natural part of this that, it's okay to feel some of these emotions, but having this intensity, the frequency and the duration of it is what can cause us to have some problems in our personal life, with our families and with ourselves and with our babies moving forward. So if you are experiencing some of these emotions, there are some things that you can do. Obviously, number one thing is that you want to talk to somebody about that. Okay. Hey, this is why I'm here. You can talk to me, book a call. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss what the heck is going on, why you're having these feelings and how you can help get rid of them. Talk to somebody. Okay. Second thing is talk to your doctor, right? You're going through all these prenatal tests that can give you anxiety, finding out whether or not your kid has, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, figuring out if you have gestational diabetes, all these things. You're going through a lot of excitement, kind of anxiety kind of things going on. So between all those tests and everything that you're going through, that's stressful. And then, are you going to have the nursery ready? Or you're not going to have a nursery? Do you have your registry? How's childbirth? Are you going to take the classes? Things like that. It's stressful. So you definitely want to talk to your doctor about it. Most insurance companies give you a really good price on seeing a therapist during this time. So going to therapy doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It just is somebody who you can talk to and discuss. Someone like me, like a life coach, like a mom coach, where you can let out your emotions, that is a non-judgmental person, is not part of your personal life, is able to give you a clear perspective of what's going on and then give you the tools to help you move forward. Now, I love therapy. I love therapists. I also want to tell you that the best person to talk to is a mom that has gone through this. Hello, I'm that mom. A person who has gone through this, who understands what you're going through. Get in a support group. Find a support group. You can even go to the postpartum support groups, new mom support groups. Even if you haven't had a baby yet, you can go there and talk to these women and get a better perspective on what's going on. Find that support. Look online for some pregnancy classes, like prenatal yoga, things like that, where you can meet up with other moms that are new and are pregnant and may have experiencing some of these things that you're experiencing. So talking to someone, letting it out so you're not holding it inside, and having people tell you that, sometimes saying, it's going to be all right is not good enough. I want to know, okay, are there things I can do so that I can feel like this is okay? And there are things you can do. So talking to your doctor, getting a support group, journaling. I did journal, and I'll do another Facebook video on that. I did journal, but my journal was half a lie. So I think that in my mind, I really thought that my son would read this journal one day. And so when I read my journal entries, which I'll do at some point in time on these lives, it's all negative stuff. And then at the end, it's but I love my son and I'm happy and everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies. So instead of journaling exactly how I felt, I had this notion that somebody was going to read this. So I would always have this like happy moment, and not that I didn't feel that happiness, but that's definitely not how I felt all of the time. But at the end of the journal entries, I'd write something happy. So journal your experiences, write down how you're feeling. Why do you think you're feeling this way? What is going on that is causing you this fear and anxiety? A lot of the anxiety that we're having, 90% of it is not going to happen. So you need to start writing that down and kind of working through that. Getting a lot of rest. If you're tired, just sleep. This is the time where you can actually sleep without a problem. So sleep if you can. Exercise, light exercise, walking, prenatal yoga, anything that can get your endorphins moving will help you, and you got to do it at least once a day. I don't care if you walk for 10 minutes or whatever, just get out and start moving your body. You want to release some more endorphins. I can't stress this enough. Meditate, mindfulness. The therapists, right? So the Psychiatric Society or whatever association of the United States says 20 to 30 minutes of deep breathing exercises. What is that? That is called meditation, mindfulness. Get the app. It's called the Expectful app, right? It walks you through meditations through each trimester of your pregnancy. It's awesome. Get it. Do it. It will help. It will help release the endorphins. It will help you regulate your emotions. It will help you be aware of why you're having these emotions. Acupuncture is freaking awesome. You can go there exactly for what I'm saying. Anxiety and depression. They will stick you with needles, and it freaking works. It worked for me. Postpartum, I went specifically for that. It was amazing. Getting massages, twice a month or once a month. Some insurances will cover it during this time, so look into that. Massage therapy is awesome for anxiety and depression and any other kind of disorder that you have. It really helps you relax, releases endorphins, and especially during pregnancy, it feels amazing. So meditation, acupuncture, massage, those are great resources to do to help you get through this difficult time for you. So if you're not sure whether you're having normal stress or not, please use this video. Please do a little bit more research. I don't want you to be blind to what's going on. Also, a lot of women have, I think it's called tocophobia. It is fear of childbirth. I had a million fears. That was not one of them. However, my clients and my friends, they had that fear of childbirth, giving birth. That is an intense emotion, to fear a baby coming out of you. What you can do with that one and with anxiety and depression is empower yourself. Go to some classes, read some books, listen to podcasts. The Lamaze classes. There's labor and delivery classes, postpartum doulas, midwives, people that help you so that you can empower yourself and be aware of what's going to happen to you. The more prepared you are, I think, and a lot of people say no, but I think the more prepared you are in your mind, the more information that you have, the more tools you have about what you're about to experience or what you are experiencing can empower you, so that you have the tools and the resources to get through this, to feel good about it, to, know that everything is going to be okay, but inside your mind, not because I'm telling you, not because somebody else is telling you, but because you've done the research, you've read the books, you know more of what's going to happen. So it's empowering feeling that you know what's going on in yourself right now, and maybe what's about to happen. I also want to point out to you that, again, those fears and worries and concerns, 90% of them will not happen. However, because I'm a law of attraction expert, you may manifest these things. So I want you to try your best to not dwell on these emotions, again, as much as possible. I want you to get to the point where you do empower yourself, so that you have empowering thoughts and you have positivity thoughts, so that you don't manifest these things. Also, I want to point out that when they say the baby needs nourishment, right, and love while they're in your belly, what you eat is what they eat. Okay, what you feel is what they are feeling. So if you're feeling this intense emotion of anxiety, depression, despair, or whatnot, know that your baby is feeling those things too. So this will probably give you more reason to go seek some more help, or to seek some alternative medicine theories or whatnot. Again, you can get medicine if you want to. There are safe medicines during pregnancy. But I think that this is more of a mindset problem that we have. So I want you to focus on the fact that everything that you're feeling, everything that you're eating, everything that you're experiencing, your baby is experiencing those things too. And not to scare you, but there's scientific research saying that what goes on in your body while your baby is inside is how they learn how to cope with the world, how they learn how to see the world and perceive the world through your perception. So that is their downloaded version of their immediate reaction to things. So, and I do notice this in my son in certain aspects. So keep in mind that you are creating this person, and that the world you live in inside your mind and your body is harvesting this new baby, and is telling this baby how to perceive the world, how to feel emotions, what is safe and what is not, as they're growing inside you. So what you eat is what they're getting. How you feel is how they feel. So when you're feeling these intense emotions, now is the time to seek some support, some love, some help, whatever. I'm here for you. This is what I do for a living. This is what I do all day, every day. And if you need support, I'm here. I'm here for you. You just reach out. You DM me. You book a call with me. You call your doctor. You reach out to a friend. You go to a support group. Don't wait. Don't wait. Now is the time. While you're pregnant, now is the time to get through these emotions, to feel them and to learn from them, and then be empowered by them, right? Get that positivity going, using that law of attraction. Know that you are building this person. So everything that you're experiencing, they are experiencing. And you want them to experience a little more happiness, a little more positivity, right? And also know that it's okay to feel these emotions. It's okay to feel these anxious and depressed emotions. It's just not for extended periods of time. Okay? We're at the top of our time today. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, please give me a heart. Please share with 3 of your mom friends. Send it to them a Facebook message if you don't want to post it on your Facebook page. Please share in your mom groups. It's so important that we're talking about this. Not enough people are talking about this. This is my job. This is what I love to do. This is what I want the world to know, is that we're struggling. Moms are struggling everywhere, and there's not enough help and support. So please share this. And please like me on Facebook if you don't already. The Unfamiliar Mom is my fan page, and please join one of my support groups. We have the Newly Expectant Mom Tribe, and that's all for pregnant women. Then we also have the New Mom Sisterhood, and that's for pregnant and new moms. So please join one of these support groups, and we can help you, walk you through this. And I'm here for you at all periods of time. Please like me on Instagram. Please follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, The Unfamiliar Mom. Again, I'm Danielle Cotis. I'm sending you so much love, new mama, and I wish nothing for the best for you. I love you. Thanks, guys. Until tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning for new mamas, talking about milk assistance. Bye, guys.